Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're doing awesome down this beautiful Sunday. Happy start of the hurricane season. Another terrible start. Not terrible start, but terrible day in my opinion for many people. Not really a terrible day itself, but I mean like a terrible start. You have to realize it's hurricanes. Hurricanes are no joke. No BS. They're a complete mess. They mess people's up. They mess up people's lives. Just terrible. If you ever done with a hurricane, I pray for you, man, because they're terrible, especially here in my home state, Florida. Milton and Helene, two terrible storms happened in 2 weeks. I also got Debbie, but that just brought rain. Didn't do too much. But please stay safe out there, guys, for this hurricane season. Not good at all. But anyway, guys, I'm going to stop wasting time. Let's get to the main point of the video. And it's about the 2028 Democrat way too early primary polls and why Kamala Harris just continues to just completely fall apart as the new 2028 Democrat primary poll I'm about to show you just keeps on falling apart. Because right now, guys, if you guys go back to like 2 months ago, Kamala Harris was a clear front runner in the race. She was in first place in the 2028 primary polls. Of course, it was still way too early. I mean, I kind of expected her to really just fall off, and that's what's starting to happen. Now we got maybe AOC or Pete Buttigieg. They're taking first and second place, which I could definitely see both of them running for president in 2028. I think both of them will. Both Pete Buttigieg and AOC are definitely going to run for president. I'm about to show you this full poll here. We got a lot of candidates we're about to get into. But before we get into the video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment something good, be a good person as always. With that being said, let's finally get into this poll. So, Pete Buttigieg sitting at 32%. AOC at 19%. Kamala Harris, 17%. Cory Booker at 10%. Gavin Newsom at 7%. Shapiro at 5%. Whitmer at 4%. And Warnock at 1%. So, I think, in my opinion, guys, Kamala Harris, there's 0% chance she becomes a Democrat nominee in 2028. I'm going to tell you why. Guys, you saw what she did in 2020. She just got destroyed. If she ran for president in 2028, the exact same thing will happen. Literally the exact same thing. She gets like 2%, barely qualifies for a debate, gets like 3% of the polls, maybe has an okay debate, good moment, maybe she has an alright moment in a debate. But pretty much the same thing happens. She drops out when like most of her polling's at like 3%. Before a single votes are even counted in the primary cycle, she drops out. If she did that like she did in 2020, the same thing's gonna happen in 2020. And guys, the only reason why she was the Democrat nominee in the first place here in this past election in 2024 is because she was the vice president. And the only reason she was even vice president in the first place, the only reason she got chosen as the running mate is because she was a DEI hire. They literally admitted, Kamala Harris is a completely DEI hire. She got chosen because she was a black woman. In my opinion, that's extremely stupid. Really stupid, in my opinion, to choose a VP. So Kamala Harris she was really lucky to become the Democrat nominee in 2024 with really no process, one bit, no process at all. There was just no process. There was no primary. You call Trump a threat to democracy. You guys are a threat to democracy. You guys don't even hold your own primaries. You just install someone who didn't give me a single vote. Not a single Democrat primary voter voted her to become the nominee. Literally, no one asked for her. She's a really disliked. The reason why she lost in 2024 in the general election is because she's a terrible candidate. She's a terrible candidate. Kamala Harris was a terrible candidate. She was an awful candidate. Really disliked, really hated across the board. She was just terribly liked. Absolutely. She was a terrible candidate. There's really no way to sugarcoat it. She was just an awful candidate. And maybe for governor of California, but president in 2028, we got to make this clear. There is a there's less than a 0% chance she becomes a Democrat nominee in 2028. Governor of California, that's her political future. Serving a 2-term governor of California. And in my opinion, if she does really well somehow, if she somehow turns California around, which I don't think is going to happen, maybe she might try to run for president again like 2032, 2036, but 2028 for president, no way. But the only way, guys, like I just mentioned, the only way I really see her political future becoming better if she does run for president in 2032 or 2036, if she does a hell of a job in California serving as governor. Is that going to happen? Probably not. She's probably the same crap as Gavin Newsom, be honest with you, the sitting governor out of California who's ineligible for a second term. I mean, not a second term, a third term, excuse me, because it's California, the governor's 2-term limit. So Gavin Newsom can't run for a third term for re-election. So, and I think Gavin Newsom, in my opinion, guys, he'll run for president in 2028. That's the most likely scenario I see for Gavin Newsom. He is at 7% in this poll, so maybe. I think Gavin Newsom will run for president. I think it's kind of weird. He's only at 7%. I think he should be a bet of Harris. If I was leader of this poll, Buttigieg's fine. AOC. AOC is getting some momentum because she's on the Fighterlocracy tour with Bernie Sanders, the Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, AOC. So AOC, I get why she's starting to get some hype because she's on the Fighterlocracy. Pete Buttigieg, I could see too. I think he's kind of persuasive. So I think Pete Buttigieg could convince some independent voters. So I get why they think they want Pete Buttigieg. He's a lot kind of cooler in my opinion, guys. You guys know what I mean. Was Secretary of Transportation under the Biden administration. So Pete Buttigieg, not a hot talk. Harris, like I just mentioned, there's just no way. Just no way she becomes a Democratic nominee in 2028. I just don't see it. Governor of California, yes. And maybe if she does really good there, she runs for president in 2032 and 2036. That's kind of my stance on Kamala Harris, like I just mentioned earlier in this video. Whitmer, definitely could see it. Warthog, really, I barely knew who that was. I had to Google who that was before making this video, because I had no clue who that was. So, I don't even know who that was, so probably not. Maybe, I don't know. Whitmer, maybe. I could see it. Josh Shapiro, I think he's a chill guy. Probably one of my favorite Democrats right now is probably Josh Shapiro. He's Jewish, so that might turn some people off, but Josh Shapiro won't be a bad candidate. He's kind of cool. He's kind of moderate, so I don't, maybe, just maybe. Brooker, remember guys, he gave that 25-hour Senate speech, so maybe Cory Booker. I could definitely see it, Cory. Maybe Cory. I wouldn't really mind him, actually. He might do some well, even though he gave some unnecessary long 25-hour speech in the Senate. So that's probably what's giving really Cory Booker some momentum. I know he didn't do too much and he ran for president in 2020, but maybe, Cory, I'll get you some light there, maybe. I'll just, about right now, kind of maybe. It's just way too early, guys, to be honest with you guys. It's really way too early to start taking these polls that seriously. I'll be honest with you guys, way too early. So everything I'm telling you right now, it's June. It's just started June of 2025. So take these polls really with a grain of salt, because it's just way too early to see what's going to happen. There's still a lot that's going to happen from this time of year, from this time of June of 2025, all the way when the primary cycle will really kick off, which is probably going to be around like August, maybe after the midterms, which is we'll probably get some real primary news starting maybe May, June, July of 2027, and August of 2027. That's when we really start caring more about the primary. So it's way too early. We still got 2 years until we really start taking these primaries too seriously, these polls way too seriously. Still way too early. How do you guys feel about this in the comment section below? Now for the Republican side, I do want to, before I end off this video, I do want to touch on a little bit about the Republican side. And guys, right now, yeah, J.D. Vance is the obvious favorite, but I feel like we've been heard a lot of talks about Marco Rubio, the current Secretary of State, maybe trying to fight J.D. Vance in the primaries. Also, there's words going on. Trump might not endorse anyone. If Trump does not endorse anyone, that makes things a lot more interesting. In my opinion, if Trump just says he's not going to interfere, at least it's between J.D. Vance and Chris Christie, Trump should endorse someone. We don't want Chris Christie becoming our nominee. Sorry, guys. No way. Chris Christie should not become our nominee. At least it's between J.D. Vance and Chris Christie. Trump might not. I don't think Trump's going to endorse anyone. So, in my opinion, guys, in the Republican primary, if Trump does not endorse anyone, like I just mentioned, I think it's going to eventually be between maybe J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. Maybe Ron DeSantis, maybe. I think he could do some well. Maybe Ron DeSantis, maybe Nikki Haley, maybe Glenn Youngkin, governor out of Virginia. Maybe. But in my opinion, the final two, if there's an actual primary, it's going to be between J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. I just think that's going to happen. Maybe pick Tulsi Gabbard as a VP. Maybe it'll be Vance Gabbard 2028. I think Tulsi Gabbard will be an okay VP choice. Tulsi Gabbard might run for president. Even in my opinion, Tulsi Gabbard's next step in my opinion should be vice president. I don't know. I just think she's going to be the running mate of J.D. Vance. If J.D. Vance is going to pick a woman, if he's the nominee, I believe it would probably be Tulsi, I just think it will be Tulsi. She's way more capable than Kamala Harris. Remember, guys, when she destroyed her in that 2020 primary debate? Although back in 2020, or actually maybe been 2019, but that's besides the point right now. I believe she's Secretary of National Security, so Tulsi Gabbard, currently the Secretary of National Security on the Trump administration right now. She endorsed Trump back in October of 2024, so Tulsi Gabbard has okay experience. Not even about president, maybe VP. I think JD Vance could probably pick her as the running mate for VP. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end out the video here. Thank you for watching. As always, see you guys in the next one. I'm Rex. Happy start of the hurricane season. Now, good day. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.